So, what does it take to be a librarian?
I got my master's at the Ohio State University, and there's actually a lot to studying to be a librarian. You have to study budget, how to collaborate and work with other teachers, how to design your space, as well as, of course, cataloging and organizing the materials.
Why did you want to be a librarian?
Obviously, it's a really fun job. I was already in education, and I grew up with my aunt who was a librarian, and so she inspired me to become a librarian as well.
Is it a good job?
It's a great job. Of course, I think it's the best job in the world, but I like that it has so much variety. So I work with technology, print, all the different subjects throughout the high school. So there's a lot of variety, and no day is the same.
How is it working with the senior project?
The senior project I think, is a wonderful project. There's been a huge transformation over the last few years. It's much more global and fits into our curriculum. So it has more of a cross-curricular base to it, and as well as connections with Ohio State, Denison, and a lot of the different countries of the world. So it's been very educational and a lot of fun for me to stay involved with the students.
Okay. What's the most interesting thing you've done as a librarian?
One of the fascinating things that is part of my job is called the IVDL. It's the interactive video distance learning, so we can connect live with lots of other programs. And one time Mrs. Kinsley was in Japan, and we did a connection, and she taught an art class here from Japan.
Why do you think books will never die?
Of course, books are my passion. I grew up reading a lot, again with my aunt as a librarian, but I also talk to the students quite a bit and ask them questions, and even my gamers, those who spend a lot of time in technology, they've spent so much time on the computer and the systems all day long that they would prefer to just handle a book, and then it's easier to share.
What's your favorite genre?
My favorite genre is mystery. I like the surprises and anything that has a twist.
What's the worst overdue books you've ever had?
The worst overdue book situation is usually when the students move off to college and their parents clean their rooms. So then I get a pretty good collection back at that time.
What do you want to do when you retire?
When I retire, I would like to travel and read.
What's the most up-and-coming thing that's going to transform libraries?
The greatest thing that's happening in the industry right now are makerspaces. So libraries are becoming much more hands-on, and it's been a lot of fun.